rhythm. Wanna talk about it, the rhythm of love. Good evening and welcome to the Love Rhythm Recipe. My name is Casey Lloyd, if you don't already know that, and I am your host, your confidant, your master cook, and your navigator through this thing we call food and love. Well, tonight we got something really special. I had to think about it, and if you were here last week, I gave you a little sneak preview about what we're going to be talking about, but I didn't tell you what we were going to be cooking. So I said, what would I like to eat? And I came up with some delicious creamy chicken and gravy, but not just your ordinary chicken and gravy. It has a special twist. Also, it's going to be real healthy for you. It's keto. Of course, for those who want to take it to another level, is that too. But it's some down home flavor that you just can't miss. It's that thing, that companion that you always want to have. That chicken for you is that ride or die. Speaking of ride or die, we're going to be talking about the importance of being in like with your partner. Now, I want y'all to let that marinate a little bit, okay? I didn't say in love. I said in like. Now, what I'm going to do right now, y'all see this beautiful, I guess you can see purple, lovely drink. Well, you know that my mixologist has been on the prowl, doing his thing. And so I'm going to taste this first. But what do you call this, mixologist?
I call it the blueberry. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I had a name in mind, but I forgot.
Okay.
It's a blueberry mango smoothie, but I gave it a very creative name. I forgot.
Okay, he's coming up with the very creative name. I'm going to call it my Blue Phantom Fantasy. Okay, how about that? I'm going to get a little taste, right? Y'all know this, right? Okay. Okay. That's going to go good with that chicken. I don't know if y'all saw the thumbnail. If you think the thumbnail looks luscious, wait till we see the real thing. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over some of the ingredients as soon as my beautiful assistant skedaddles, because she's making the rice part for those in the family or in the grown-ups that want to go there. Me, if you were here earlier, you know I'm trying to be good. So I'm going to dive into the keto part. Hey there, Miss Huckabee. How are you? Hey, you will never guess who showed up this morning, Miss Huckabee. Deborah, too. Deborah G was in the house. Yes, she was. You missed that one for sure. But hey, you're here. I was just telling everybody, what did I call this? My Purple Phantom Fantasy. We still waiting for the name because the mixologist is trying to come up with one.
I like it, the Purple Phantom Fantasy.
Okay, well, he said I can keep this. So I got to name this one. It is very, very good. It's going to go good with the chicken and gravy. Like I said, is keto. It also, like I said, for you guys who watch my weekend eats, you know that I did some research and I found out that if you take long grain white rice and you cook it the night before, 24 hours, put it in the refrigerator, and then you reheat it, the starch content in that rice turns into a fiber dynamic, which is a complex carbohydrate, which does not elevate your insulin level. So if you want to have a little bit of rice, it's not going to hurt nothing. Me, I'm going hard with the keto. So I'm not doing that. I'm not a big rice person anyway, so it's not a big deal for me. But yeah, this has yogurt in it, believe it or not. It looks really, really dangerous. It's like you're drinking this, but this is my yogurt fix for the day. Oh yeah, Greek yogurt, which is good for you. Oh, and almond milk. Okay, gotcha. Now, I want to, Corey, if you are allergic to nuts, what can you substitute for the almond milk?
Honestly, you can substitute it with any type of milk.
Okay.
It doesn't specifically have to be almond milk.
Okay.
I prefer to use that. It's just my preference.
Okay, he just prefers to use almond milk. I'm not allergic. I don't have a problem with it. Actually, almonds are a little bit more better because you get a little bit more better. Listen to me, okay? I'm gonna tell you, it's more keto friendly almonds if you're gonna do nuts. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's why he did that. If I had to drink it. Anywho, I'm gonna turn this over here, and I'm going to show you guys what the ingredients are. And for those of you that were here earlier, I got these new pots. So I'm going to be breaking in this pot and we're going to see what we can see. How about that? So anyhow, like I said, let me turn you around. We're going to be focusing on being in like with your partner. And basically, we talk a lot in this world really about being in love. I'm so in love with him. Every single song, every single poem, every single vow talks about being in love with your partner or with someone. But we rarely, if ever, talk about being in like with your partner. And that is very important. So I want to clarify what that means. Love versus like, okay? It is really possible, and believe it or not, to love someone with the depths of your heart, but not like them at all. Yeah. And you're like, how in the heck you gonna love somebody and not? It is totally possible. Trust me. Being in like and truly liking the partner you have or the person you with, that's a whole nother dynamic. It goes deeper. It means being close to that person, irregardless of whether or not it's a romantic tie. That's some deep stuff. So we're going to explore this as we get into the down home chicken. Oh, yeah. So let me get over here. Let me show y'all. Let me see. All righty. So I got to get the chicken, right? You would think. Oh, boy. So let me get my chicken. And I already cut the chicken up. And guess what, y'all? I got a really good sale on these chicken breasts. I got, oh goodness, it must have been, maybe about 12 of these chicken breasts. It was $9.99. Can you believe that? Now, the kicker is this, and I haven't had these kind of chicken breasts in like forever. Well, they were thin cut, but they weren't thin. They were perfect, for making like some chicken parmesan or whatever. They weren't those paper thin ones. They were about an inch and a half, perfect, but they were frozen. They were Tyson's frozen. So I read the pack because I know a lot of times they'll put all this stuff in it, and I ain't feeling all that. But it was just water, this is frozen, flash frozen. And so I got them, and they unthawed in probably like 30 minutes. I stuck them in, some water and cut them up and everything. And season. I put my meat tenderizer on here because I don't trust nobody chicken. I can't really see because you never know. So it could be moist. So I put the meat tenderizer on. It's been sitting in the fridge for about an hour. It is in nice little chunks. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. I wanted to use the chicken breast because, like I said, trying to eat a little bit better, okay? Although boneless chicken thighs are good too, okay? So let me get this over here. Then I'll just go down the line. I got some heavy whipping cream, okay? I got some sour cream. I have, y'all know, butter gonna make things all better. That's how it is, okay? I like butter just like I like my husband. We'll talk about that in a minute. And it's very important to like my husband. Because if I didn't like my husband, you'd probably be visiting me in other places. However, let's look at this. So, then we have these fresh herbs. I have, of course, my new friend, chopped basil. Let me turn this around. Okay, there you go. Chopped basil. And then these are all of the fresh herbs, different Italian herbs, which I don't know. I've just been using a lot of fresh herbs, and it's just so aromatic, and it just does something with with everything. Really, trust me. Try it. And these do not spoil easily. Hey there, Miss Lois. How are you? Welcome. Beautiful assistant. Okay, yeah. So I got that there. I have a little bit of the olive oil. I have, of course, my cooking spray. Now, I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be my first time using these pots. These pots are supposed to be non-stick stainless steel, up of the line. Put it this way, it's supposed to be one step down from those Hexcrad pots that cost like $2,000. Well, you know I ain't doing that. I got this on sale. Okay.
Can we address something real quick? I see somebody named KSW.
Hello there. Welcome.
They just put a question mark. I'm not sure what they're questioning.
What are you questioning, KSW? Enlighten us. You want to know what's going on? I can give you a quick synopsis if you like. Hit me up with a heart. Let me know if you need to know what's happening. I'll be glad to catch you up. Anywho, I don't know if I'm going to use the cooking spray, y'all, but y'all know I'm paranoid when it comes to stuff like that. These are new pots. I don't know. So I have, as I told you, this is going to be chicken and gravy. And this is going to be keto. So this, I've shown you guys this flour here. If you are trying to do low carb, whether you are doing keto all the way or whether you're just looking at your carb intake, if you have diabetes, this is the flour for you. Now, the best place to get it is probably Amazon. And the reason why I say that is you have different types. Okay, you have the keto wheat baking flour. Then they have one that you can actually make like pizza dough and stuff with. You can bake biscuits and make, and I'm telling you, they have here, it is total carbs of 14. The dietary fiber is 10. So in order to find out what the net carbs are per serving in anything, you're looking at the total carbohydrates minus the fiber, and you want to check and see that there are no total sugars or no added sugars, because that's going to then put more, re-add more carbs. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to do this stuff all the time, but if you got a hankering for some pizza, you want to go here. If you got a hankering for some homemade biscuits, you'll want to go here. Now you're going to have to do it a little bit different because this is wheat flour. Wheat flour tends to be a little grainy, so you may have to do a little bit more adaptations. Like with me, when I do a roux with this, I cannot use oil because it tastes grainy. But I found if I use butter, smooth sailing. So, you try it, you like it, hey, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be using this to make my gravy. Of course, I have my dried celery because I love that. A little cayenne because I got to kick it up a notch. My low sodium Lowry's because that's what I do. You can use what you like. Black pepper, garlic powder, paprika, smoky flavor, yes. A teeny tiny bit of iodized salt if I so choose, but I'll let you know. And, of course, here she is, my Casey's Blessing. This is an all-purpose seasoning. It has no sodium. You can get what you have available to you at this point. Like I said, little content creator working on trying to get this out to you, okay? But until then, use what you like. You know what to do. And we're going to put this over here. So, like I was telling you guys, I'm going to get this, and then you know what I do, okay? I am going to lay some foil out here. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this the clean way. So if you don't want to make a mess on your counter and you want to make sure that your meat is fully seasoned, this is a hack right here. Let me show you. So you want to take it. Like I said, this has been marinating with some Adolph's meat tenderizer, one of my faves. So what I start doing is I'm going to start with my seasoning. So I will probably use the Casey's Blessing last. I'm going to start with little bit of Lowry's. That's probably going to be about a half a teaspoonful of Lowry's. Or if you have the shaker, you're going to shake it about 3-4 times, okay? Just like that. Put it in there. They're perfect. Just like that. And these bigger ones have bigger holes, so you want to be careful. Okay? I'm not doing a whole lot of cayenne pepper. Probably just one little hit. Just like that. 2 I did. Okay? I'm taking my black pepper. And let's see. I think I'm going to do it through this way, but I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to be careful because I have the big side open. There you go. And I'm holding my breath because I don't want to sneeze like I always do. Okay? Wow. I don't know what that is. I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing something. I don't know. That sounds like that. Just sounds like your house, Dad. I have no idea what that. We have so much electronics in this house. There's an alarm going off. Everything is an alarm in this house. So ignore that. And then you open it up and it's louder. See, I have all these young people here in my house with all these different things. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to try to ignore that, which is hard. But anyhow, I am going to unplug everything. Put the Casey's Blessing in. Just like that. And I can use as much of this as I want. Now I'm putting everything on top. And I'm going to show you the hack. So you don't have to get your hands dirty. So I got everything. Oh, the garlic powder. We get that in there. And I'm doing a half of teaspoonful of everything with the exception of the Casey's Blessing and the cayenne pepper. Because like I said, I don't want it too hot. And I'm going to do my paprika. And I'm going to do a tablespoonful of paprika. Okay, there you go. Now, what you want to do at this point is you're going to take it like this. So you close it up just like that. And you want to take it and you kind of mush it all around and you give it a nice massage. For the most part, it's going to cover all of your meat, so yeah. And that's what you want to do. Now, I see some little empty parts over here. So I think I'm going to just put a little bit more in there and see what's going on. At some point, someone will figure out why this thing is ringing. And I'm sure that it's one of the video games that somebody has put some alarm on. And of course, it decides to do it in the middle of my life. Okay, so anywho, I'm going to put some more of the Casey's Blessing on here. And y'all let me know if you can't hear me over this noise. Send me a heart. Let me know if you can't hear me over this noise, because it is like sitting my teeth on edge at this point. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do, y'all? See, I've been getting fearless. I've been using a little bit of garlic, so I'm using some real garlic in here. And I'm going to do a half a teaspoonful of the garlic. And I'm just squeeze that in here. Okay, so that'll be that. So let me put this over here. And I am going to close it up. And you say, how you going to spread this garlic? I'm going to spread the garlic the same way that I'm doing this. But see, now if you look, this is nice and coated. Every single piece is nice and coated. There you go. Okay. It is probably the alarm for the house.
I know.
Okay. So, you know what I think it is, y'all? I forgot. We have that, what is it, ADT? So somehow ADT has been tripped and they're trying to get my husband to call them so they can shut it up. It hadn't been on it so long, I forgot we had it. And that's exactly what it was. It was 80, I don't know what trip, and the thing about it is where I live, it ain't nothing here to trip nothing. It's probably a deer or a beaver or a gopher or a fox or somebody.
Or one of your fans trying to
Okay.
get some of this food.
Corey says, and one of my fans trying to get something. Yeah, they're coming all the way here to get this. Really? Anyway, please excuse that noise.
They don't
But
want
now
those
you know.
blessings.
Now you know. If you're coming for me, I'm protected. How about that? Anyway, so let's get back to this. So I have this all coated. Has everything here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try this pot. I'm kind of scared, y'all, because I ain't never used this pot before. So, but getting back to being in like with your partner. I'm going to tell you like this. I would, if my husband and I were no longer romantically involved, and here we go again. Okay, if we were no longer romantically involved, and we ain't gonna be in a minute if he don't turn this doggone alarm off and call them people and tell them we safe. I would still be interested in having some type of relationship with him. Why? Because our relationship basically began, quote unquote, as friends. We just kind of hung out and we vibed, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of went from there. So, we have, some like interests and a lot of things. We really, you're not the same. But, for me, I'm kind of easy, unless it is sports. And I'm sorry, I'm just not a sports fan unless it's boxing. Okay. But that's when he can go and do his thing. But the bottom line is this. I am deeply, 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 very deeply in love with that man. But if I like him, most of the time, I'm joking. If I didn't like him, there would be a problem. And it's very important to have that dynamic in a relationship. It really is. You may not think so. You may not think, love is going to sustain everything. But let me tell you something. Okay. For instance, and God forbid, something catastrophic happens to that mate. If you don't really like this person, and like I said, the romance is removed. You have to like this person at the core who they are. You don't really like them, they may not be too copacetic if they're not furnishing other dynamics, if you know what I mean. Okay. But if you like this person, like my husband and I have been together so long, he's like, that's my family. You know what I'm saying? So there would have to be a dynamic for us where, I don't know, pretty much, I have deal breakers, but even with my deal breaker, we may not be romantically involved, but because I do like him as a person, I will still have some sort of relationship with him. And not just because he's my children's father, but because I really am interested in his well-being as a person. So that's something that you want to kind of look at. A strong friendship with your partner serves as a foundation of your relationship. And couples that have longevity have that dynamic going on. If you don't have that dynamic going on, you better be trying to cultivate it. I'm telling you, for real, for real. And that goes into patience, getting to know somebody, all of the above. When you rush a situation, you miss out on all these dynamics. Now, sometimes you can cultivate it while you're in the mix. Okay. But for me, at this point in my life, I'm going to advise anybody to put in the work and be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the divorce rate in this country is off the Richter scale. For real, for real. And I'm saying some of this could be avoided if we are proactive and we are deliberate. So building, a relationship with your partner, a bond that is unbreakable, irregardless to, the circumstances or the status. Your partner should be your confidant, your comforter, your companion, and importantly, that best friend. Beyond your girlfriends, beyond all that, he should be your very best friend. You can have a whole lot of friends, but he should be the best one. And I'm just saying that. So let me go over here. I'm going to brown this chicken. I guess we're going to have to listen to this all the time. This is getting on my nerves, y'all. I'm trying to be cool with it. Okay. Soon I'm going to start singing to it like it's a beat. You just need to know. Yeah. So remember the name. ADT. Oh, they must have heard me. They must have heard me. they scared. I scared them, y'all. I said their name on national TV and they fixed their business. Okay, now let's go over here and brown this meat. So, because this is supposed to be non-stick, I'm going to take a leap of faith and just put in a tablespoonful of some olive oil. And for these pots, and let y'all see these, because you may be interested. Stainless steel is the bomb diggity. Yes, it is. But I like to have pots that are non-stick. That's just me. Okay, because I like my pots 20 years from now look like this. When they don't look like that, I don't feel good. So, I'm going to put just a little drizzle of this olive oil in here. And I'm going to put it on like a medium heat so I can sear this meat. And then once I sear the meat, then that's when the magic begins. Just like in a relationship. See, you can have magic in that relationship. And child, I'm going to tell you, it ain't got to be all about the wine and the flowers or whatever the case may be. You got to like this person. You really do. So I have a question to ask you guys. Have you had the experience of being in like with someone you're romantically involved with, either now or later or whatever? Hit me up. Let me know. Then send me a thumbs up. Type something in there. Tell me your story. I'd like to know. But see, this is how I feel about it. If the day that I don't like my husband anymore, you'll be reading about it in the paper. I'm just telling you. Okay, I'm warning everyone. I will scream it from the mountaintops, okay? So let me turn this on. And I'm going to do it on a medium heat, which is about a 6 on my cooktop. And I'm going to put this in there. Okay, I'm going to do about a tablespoonful. Like I said, I hope that this meat should be able to fit into this pan. Because I'm interested in using this one because it's supposed to be like a saucepan type, skillet type thing like that you can make spaghetti. I'm just excited because I told y'all how bad I needed some pans. And I just had to bite the bullet and I kept watching Amazon and watching Amazon and watching Amazon. And it went down half price. So then I had to say, should I, should not? Food or the thing to cook it in, Yeah. For real. So anyway, let me get this stuff and heat it. Let me get it around here. And if nothing else, like I said, when you are trying to eat a little healthier, if these pans are non-stick for real, which I believe they are, you don't have to put any oil in there or anything. You know what I'm saying? And you can just cook your stuff up and it'll be all right. But we're going to find out in a minute. So, and no one said anything to me. Has anybody had the experience of being in like with someone they were romantically involved with? I know you got to be out there. Really? Okay, so let me see, since I don't have a moderator today. Okay, what are you saying? You said, can this what? What'd you say, Deborah? I can't see because I got the right. Can this step overnight? What do you mean?
Before that, you said it's not me.
What's not you? Okay, you expected me to be, listen, okay, I can't see. Okay, you really do.
Maybe she's talking about the meat. Can it overnight?
Okay, you talking about the meat?
Maybe.
Okay, you're going to have to be explaining this. Anyhow, anybody, I know that. I'm not the only one that thinks that that's an important factor. Okay, so.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't hear you.
No, definitely is.
Okay, let me see. So I'm going to start putting this meat in here, y'all. There you go. And it is so perfectly seasoned. I am telling you. I love this method of seasoning my meat because I don't have to get my counter dirty. And it just gets all over everything, Mm-hmm. So I'm going to turn this up just a little bit because this pan is deep, but it's not wide, that it is probably going to need a little bit more heat so it can give me the saute that I want. Okay, I don't want to burn it up, but I do want to brown it up. So let me get this in the garbage.
Cosmic King said, clarify in life with your partner.
Okay, as I said, Being in life with your partner is like, okay, this is your best friend. Hey, we like hanging out. We want to watch 90 Day Fiance together. We want to, do you enjoy being with this person outside of being all booed up? That's what I'm saying. Okay, for people who are all hooked up on each other and stuff. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Do you enjoy spending time with that person, irregardless of physical touch?
That will have to be said yes.
Okay, so yes. Yes, as in you do. Okay, so I'm kind of, and this is working pretty good. I'm sauteing this, and I'm gonna bring it down to a 6. Okay, so for beautiful assistant and Corey, okay, as I said, you got to understand that, okay, like I keep saying, everybody got a deal breaker. Right. Say, for instance, your deal breaker is this person has infidelity problems. You're going to deal with everything else they got going on. You don't really like this person. Your love has dissipated and died because this person is constantly cheating on you. So every time they do this, this is diminishing the dynamic of you being in love with them. And I'm going like way out there because other things can force people to fall out of love. And that's something else. You can love somebody and not be in love with them. That's a whole nother subject. So if you have those dynamics and you are mature, after you get over the fact that you probably want to unalive the person, okay, or they'd hurt your heart, okay, and put you in peril in all kinds of ways because they're not adults enough to just simply say it ain't working for us and I need to be with somebody else. But that's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me all that mess about, oh, I felt inadequate. Honey, when you get ready to cross that threshold, keep it moving. But there's a caveat. Let me stir this.
Oh, by the way, Deborah Huxley said the alarm wasn't her.
Who?
The alarm wasn't her.
The who?
The alarm.
Alarm.
What about it?
She said it wasn't her.
No, I know it wasn't you this time. I said it was me this time. For some reason, out of all of these years, I guess a deer or something must have tripped my house alarm. I haven't heard it. I haven't never heard it ring before. So we sitting here looking like,
what's that?
What is that noise? At first, I thought maybe it was the smoke alarm. I'm like, I hadn't even started cooking yet.
Right.
Okay. I thought, well, maybe the battery was off. And then I thought about you, Deb, and the way yours sounded. And I'm like, that don't sound like that. So that was that thing. And the popo would have probably been in my house whenever they could go over the river and through the woods to get here. Okay. Because for some reason it was tripping. There's no one doing anything. But as I said, now you know that I am secure. Okay. I'm safe. And it's going to let me know if something happening, even if it's a bug.
Oh, the President King said, I think Miss Deborah was sneaking into the house to get some of that food. That's why the alarm off.
Oh, really? See, y'all got me having a chicken drop out of here. Now, I don't mind this pan, but I will say the next time I will use my bigger one because this is a lot of chicken. So let me wipe my hand. And wipe this up. But it smells really good, y'all. So back to what I was saying. So I was saying about the infidelity. So, he or she, them or they, got to get to stepping because that is your romantic. Don't cross this line. However, if you don't really like him, and the only reason you're there for him, her, partner, whatever, is because you are so in love with them. Those rose-colored glasses are on there. Your heart is just all in it. You don't really know this person. You don't probably even really know what color they like. It's all up in here. Ain't nothing going on up in here. When they do this to you and they hurt you and break your heart, the natural reaction is to turn away, be negative. Time goes on. If you don't like this person, they can go on with whatever. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say good luck to you, whatever. However, if you have a friendship or you like this person as a human being, not as your mate, not as your husband or wife or partner, as a human being on the face of this earth, okay? Forget about what they done to you, for you, or without you. You like this person in spite of this stuff. You do have the ability to heal enough to get back to that point of still liking that person, because everything about that person ain't just that act that they did. That's what I'm saying. So there's a difference. When you have that dynamic in a relationship, you may not see it. It ain't happened to me yet. I hope it never will. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you, even though I have deal breakers, because that man has been in my life since basically I was a child. He's been through everything with me, okay? There is something about him that makes him likable to the point that I'm not going to tell you that after all the hurt and all the pain and all that stuff, that I'm not going to be concerned if something happened to him. I need to know. It's a song that Gladys Knight made. What is it? What if I should ever need you and not know where you are? The song goes on to say that she knows it's over between them. It's nothing she can do. And she ain't going to try holding on to this person, okay? But she just wants them to answer one question before you go, because it's the one thing she needs to know. She says, please tell me as you're leaving where you're going and how far. 'Cause what if I should ever need you and not know where you are? That's a person that likes her mate. She likes him enough to let him go under whatever circumstances are, but she knows deep down inside she needs to be able to know how to reach out to him, because he is still somebody that means something to her. Now that's gonna take a whole lot of, and let me stir it, because it went from being pink to opaque. That is wonderful. Oh boy, this smells. Anyway, so she knows, and like we all know, when we pull back the pain and we pull back the layers and all that stuff like that, you gotta be real with yourself. This is why you see so many people, and you're like, why is she still with him? Why blah 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 blah? You know, why does she even talk to him after what he did? Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody been behind them doors but you and that person. Everybody has something that is good about them, unless they just something really, really wrong with them. And then, you know, they need to be somewhere getting some help from either him and the psychiatrist. But just because somebody does not fit anymore, or you don't fit with them anymore, if you have a dynamic where you are in like with that person, you can forgive those things. I mean, I ain't telling you today, tomorrow, whatever. But that's a part of you. That's a part of your puzzle. And you will want to have some sort of interaction or dynamic or something. I ain't telling you you're going to hug and kiss them and whatever case may be. But the heart wants what the heart wants. And you can try to put on a front all you want to. Okay, they ain't got no drug or no shot or no doctor that's gonna get rid of what's in here when it goes that deep. You don't have to let people hurt you. You don't have to take people's trash. But however, you got to be real with yourself. So when you have those dynamics, and I'm gonna tell you, when you have those dynamics, there's a second layer beyond that love. If something happens to my husband, say, you know, and I'm just saying stuff, say he has to be on dialysis, say he's hooked up to tubes, say whatever. Do you think that if I was just in love or in lust with him, that I even fathom dealing with those kind of dynamics? Okay, because what I see beyond them tubes and all that stuff like that is more than just somebody I love. That is my family. I like things about him, even though, like I said, I can hang him up on a hanger in the closet sometime. Okay, because after all these years, yeah, you gonna and you ain't got that much patience when you're old. But my point is, he is a likable person. So yeah, if he crossed that line and he had to go, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you, oh well, who? Casey's husband, who? He's still gonna be my ride or die. He's still gonna be that part of it for me, even if and at this point, hey, that's the end. I ain't trying to be bothered with nobody else. But if that was the case, I'm a young person, and that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna let you guys see what this looks like.
Okay, so we got a couple of responses.
Now you see that? That's what it needs to look like right now. So I'm gonna turn it down, and I'm gonna put it on like maybe a low, because I want to get the rest of the stuff in it. Now you said you have a question?
No, I said I had a couple of comments.
Okay.
Deborah Huckabee has just said like does what like does.
So I guess similar to what you were saying, the hard one was the hard one.
Yeah.
And then Pam said, amen, you definitely need to be friends, which means you can be in like.
Exactly. And sometimes you don't know that you really are in like with that person until something bad happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take, so this is about a tablespoon, I'm sorry, I keep saying a teaspoonful of my Italian seasonings. And this is going to encompass, what they got in here? They have basil and rosemary and all that good stuff like that there. Okay. And so let me put this in here. Okay. And then I'm going to put, something's going on. I don't know what's going on. I tell you, this is loveliness about live. You get all the excitement. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with my basil, because I just like extra basil. Okay? And it's still going. So, I'm about ready to throw that thing outside. I'm done. Okay, but this is ridiculous. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my butter. I have a butter that's really soft now. Oh, it's not that soft, but it's pretty soft. So I got a whole stick of butter, y'all. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and put that in there. And they're back to it. They're on the phone with the security company trying to figure out how to, trying to stop it. Okay, and yeah. So, and it's going up. Could you take that in another room? Thank you, because I can't hear. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to get a little drink of this so I can stabilize my nerves. Okay. One moment. Can you take that in another room?
I'm trying, baby.
Just unplug it. And then take it upstairs somewhere. Okay. So now that I'm deaf, oh goodness. When I tell you that is the loudest thing ever. If I had known that thing was going to make that kind of noise, please, I just stand by the back door with a hammer and protect myself. Because I'm here to tell you, that is some noise right there. Oh my goodness, that is so annoying. I think that something must have happened at the ADT offices, and everybody's alarms are going off. I'm like, I need this for real. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish putting this. So I put the butter in here, and it is slowly melting. Okay, I'm going to do that. So what I was going to do like a traditional roux inside the skillet. But I got a hack. I always got a hack, y'all. So let me take these dry celery. I'm going to put this in here too. And that's going to be a tablespoonful of dried celery. And you can use fresh celery if you want. But like I told you guys, dried celery, it's so concentrated, the flavor and you want to try it. Trust me. I started using it because I couldn't seem to get any celery that wouldn't not go bad after a couple of days. And I was tired of spending my money. So let me get that in. The butter is melting into the chicken. And I'm going to just let it do its thing. I'm going to put some more paprika on here in this. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my hack. So I think that, after I'm going to turn this up just a bit because it's on low. I'm going to turn it back to a medium low. Like I said, I'm learning these pots, and these pots don't require a whole lot of heat from what I hear. So let me just wipe off my stove because I got fresh herbs all over the stove, y'all. Okay, and let me get that off of there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put another stick of butter in here. Yeah, you know me. But luckily for me, butter is a good fat when you're doing keto. So, yep. I'm going to put it in here. I sure am. Okay. I'm going to put that in here. So that's 2 sticks of butter. You can do 1. I'm doing 2. I'm driving my train, boo. Okay. So let me throw this in the garbage. All right. Boy, y'all, I swear, I can't hardly hear. Do you know that my ears are ringing? I'm still ringing. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more of my Casey's Blessing in here because I can. And like I said, I can do this all day long because Casey's Blessing doesn't have any salt. It just has all that wonderful flavor. When you use this, you will be blessed and highly flavored. I promise. So, let me get back over here. I'm going to get my sour cream. I'm going to do a tablespoonful of the sour cream. So let me get me a spoon. And so this is not, I'm not going to get maybe I will get it. What is this? We're going to use this tablespoon. That's how much this. So if you got one of these, use it. Okay? So let me put that in there. Just like that. So a nice heaping tablespoonful of the sour cream. And let me be careful. Let me remember that this is some stainless. I got to get used to that too, stainless steel. Because it's kind of delicate, believe it or not. You don't want to scratch it. You got to be careful with all these different things. So just like you have to be careful with your relationship. So getting back to what I was saying. I know there are going to be people that disagree with what I'm saying, but in my 40-odd years of being in a relationship with this same person, I am telling you, you go in and out of in love, but you don't never go in and out of in like. It's so weird. You go some days, you're just like, oh my goodness, when is this person going to come home? And I don't care how long you've been with them. It just kind of comes over you sometimes. You're just like, wow. Especially when, you're having a rough day. And that person is your refuge, you know what I'm saying, if they haven't made you mad. And so you're like, boy, I can't wait till they come home. And when you see them, it's just like everything is everything. Then there are those days like, don't you have to work? Why are you off? Okay. But you go through these ebbs and flows. But I have not found to this point, no matter what those ebbs and flows are, that I don't ever find something that I like about my partner, my husband, And so those are the qualities those are the things, if you get that immediately when you have a relationship with somebody, or like I keep telling you guys, all these years has taught me being intentional it's essential. See, next week, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take y'all all the way back to dating. I'm going to take you back to when you had that first puppy love and your parents and everybody, oh, she just got puppy love. She don't know nothing about love. Let me tell you something. Anything in this world that got emotions, okay, human being can feel levels of love. So quickly, I'm going to tell you this. If your teenager is telling you that they are so in love with somebody, do not take them seriously. I'm going to tell you why. Because just like bills and mortgages and all these things that are important to us are monumental in their world, which is limited at that time. Everything is just that monumental for them. Okay, which may seem insignificant to us. As you grow, the things that stress you and trip you out become different. But in that point in time, if they think they in love with somebody, you best to be all up in there trying to find out, trying to guide them through the process, trying to teach them to slow up. Don't listen to people in the street. You don't want your child to be given information from people out there, because that's when kids get in trouble. You see what I'm saying? You so busy trying to suppress their feelings. Acknowledge the feelings. Guide them with the knowledge that you have. You see what I'm saying? If you think you're in love, that's nice. Y'all can come here and sit in my living room, but you're going to be respectful, because things need to be age appropriate. I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, 2-3 months, the more you, and I ain't telling you let them do bad things. Make them be respectful. Make them understand. You know, it's all right how you feel. If you really care about each other, you're going to feel this way 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Give them the time to have that dynamic and understand it ain't that deep. Because when you push like that, you are pretty much signing the warrant for your child to go the wrong direction. And trust me, you don't want that to happen, because when you make those deep dives when you're young like that and you're not ready, that stuff can follow you for the rest of your ever-born life. So you need to not negate the fact that somebody puppy love, honey, we ain't talking about no puppies, okay? Because them kids can have kids, okay? And you need to know. Don't be closing your eyes. Have a talk. Be frank. I know it's hard. You don't want to hear that stuff. That's your baby. But the reality is your baby can have babies. Okay, so you want to be there to kind of help them navigate through. 9 times out of 10, a month from now, like, what are you talking about? And who was he or she? I'm telling you, you got to take the path of least resistance, but you have to be in the game. Being least resistant, in their mind, you got more sense than they do. Their brains are not fully mature till 21. You got to not brush them off. That's all I'm saying. So I will be talking about dating from that level, adult dating, older people dating, all those things are dynamics, or can be right there where it is, stays there, and or be a prelude to something more permanent, okay, at different ages. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week. Anyway, let me check this chicken. So my butter is oh so lovely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about ready to eat this just like here now, but I promised you that I was going to give you that gravy. Yes, I did. So, and this is a pretty simple recipe. I'm telling you, it's not hard. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing the gravy inside, making a roux in the skillet, which I was going to do, I don't really have to, because I can just make it simple. I'm going to take about 1/4 cup of this heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to pour it in this little thing here. Just like that. Yeah, it's about 1/2 cup. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my flour. And you can do this if you want regular flour. That's on you. Okay? I'm going to take my flour. I'm going to give me another one of them my nice makeshift tablespoons. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, let me rinse this off. And did I show y'all the chicken broth? I am going to put a little bit of chicken broth in there, and that's just for flavor. But I mean, between the butter, it has its own juices there, and I want it to be thicker. So yeah, I don't want to put a whole lot of liquid because I'm not stewing it. You know, that's not what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this and get me about a tablespoon of this, and hope it's not too much, and put it in here, and I'm going to just sprinkle it. And I'm going to start stirring it. And yeah, it's going to be a little difficult to stir. It's going to be a little lumpy, but that's okay. You just keep stirring. You get your lumps out. You get your lumps out like that and just kind of press it around as you're stirring. And I should have had a fork, but you know what? I'm going to work with what I got, y'all. So I put it in the milk, and I'm just going around the edges, and I'm taking the back of this spoon, and I'm pressing it around the edges to get any lumps out. Because, see, the whole thing is with cooking your flour is you don't want the flour to have a flour. You don't want your food to have a floury, uncooked floury taste. But I experimented doing this way when I was making my southern fried corn. And I liked it. It really worked. So, hey, save some steps. You know how we be. So I'm gonna take a little bit, probably about a quarter, not even a quarter. I'm gonna do maybe about 2 tablespoons of this chicken broth, which is low sodium, in here. And I may do more. It depends on how thick this flour and cream mixture, because you know cream can thicken stuff up all by itself. So now you got these 2 dynamics. And I want to make sure I get as many of the lumps out as I can. That's how they're going to be. And I'm going to show, and as I'm stirring, this thing is thickening up. So I may have to put some more. And that's why I had the chicken broth there, because if I'm going to have to thin out my gravy, I want to make sure that it's flavorful, for real. I don't do a whole lot with water unless I have to. Okay, because I'm going to show you. And I put all of that milk in there. That cream, but you see how thick that is? That went from watery, but just me stirring this and incorporating, it's almost like a paste. So I may not even have to put all of it in there, just a couple of tablespoonfuls. So I'm going to get to the middle of this, and right in the middle, I'm going to drop some in, and I'm going to just feed it little by little and see what it looks like. So I'm going to put that first tablespoon in there. It looks like I'm making dumplings. That's what it looks like. Okay, and then I'm going to stir rapidly until it spreads throughout the liquid in this chicken. And I'm telling you, I'm like, I got to go quickly because I don't want it to turn to a dumpling. So I'm going to put another dump in there because, yeah, it's not thick enough. And I'll do that again, just stirring, gently stirring around the pot. Just like that. And this is starting to thicken up. But there's a lot of juices here. So I want it to cook the flour. Okay. The heat in this is going to cook the flour. So I'm going to just put all of it in there because I think that it can handle it. And if it doesn't, then you can always thin it out with your chicken broth. And let me just run that spoon up in there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be careful, though, because you're not supposed to put metal in here. So I'm kind of like letting it kind of go through the juices and not hitting the bottom because I don't want to mess with my new pans. Okay, and this is looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on here, but I'm not going to close it all the way. I'm going to tint it because I want this to continue to thicken. Yep. Okay, and I'm going to wipe this off just like that. Okay. Get this over here out the way. Wipe off my chicken broth because it has clumped up flour on it, y'all. And I'm going to do what I always do because y'all think I'm crazy. I know you think I'm out of my mind. But I'm not, because one of these days, I'm going to have the ability to invite some of you guys to my house. And when I do, I'm putting a little bit more paprika in there. When I do, you're going to see the method behind the madness and my splendor. Okay? I can't find it. Where is it? Did somebody move it? I don't see it. Where's my splendor? You did move it. You had it when you were making your drink. I think it's on the other side. I'm going to show you. When you're dealing with certain flavors, you need to just put a little bit of sweetness in it. It doesn't make it sweet. Okay, trust me, it does not make it sweet. I'm not eating sugar all the time. But what it does is kind of offset certain flavors. And it just kind of heightens the flavor. And like I said, it is totally up to you. So right now I'm turning it up to a medium, waiting for Corey to give me my Splenda back that he stole and then bring it back. But that's gonna remain nameless. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying. So
You mean the Splenda that's right here?
yeah, that one. That Splenda. You know what? They've been doing this to me all day long. I don't think I'm in like with Corey right now. I don't think- Okay, and I'm gonna put just a little squirt, y'all. Just one squirt. There you go. Just like that. And like I said, this is totally optional. Do you, boo? Okay, so while this is doing this thing, I'm going to tint it. And like I said, a tint means that part of it is still exposed to the elements. And I'm going to see if this stuff is going to thicken up like I want it to. I don't want it to be a paste, but I want it to be good enough and delicious enough to adhere to the rice that they want to eat, and for it to be savory enough for me to just eat it alone. Because I'm just going to have it almost like a little stew or something. That's what I want to do. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now, one thing that I did not do, and let me get it. Okay, where are my vegetables? I don't know what I did with them. Oh, there we go. Okay, so at the last minute, what I'm going to do while it's boiling, I have some white onion, bell pepper, some chopped up of portobello mushrooms. I really do like mushrooms. And like I said, all this stuff is anti-inflammatory. And then I have some sage, rosemary, and thyme, fresh. And I'm just going to drop that in there while it cooks. And let me turn it down just a little bit. And get that in there. I didn't forget it. This is like the last thing. Okay, so let me get that over there. Get this in here. And it's only like a quarter of a large red pepper, a quarter of a white onion, and maybe about 4 or 5 of the mushrooms. Let me get that over. Little medium-sized mushrooms. Okay, so let me get this in here, and it'll do its thing. Okay, I'll just get it all in there like that. And this is going to wilt and steam through. I'm gonna turn it down even further because it's really thickening up. So let me bring that down to a 2. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is why I have the chicken broth, because as you cook this, the butters, the cream, all of that good stuff, I'm gonna put a little bit of more chicken broth in here. So probably another 3 tablespoonfuls. Okay, just like that. Because I don't want it to thicken up too much before my vegetables wilt. I want to have a little bit of texture with my vegetables. Not a lot, but just a little. I don't want them to be mushy. So let me get something, wipe my counter up. Yep. All right. Just like that. All right. So, yeah, I think I can do it on a 3. Just so we can cook those vegetables. And that's not going to take but a couple of minutes. I'm going to drop these fresh herbs in just like this because I want to dig them out. This is just for the aromatics. And we should be okay. All right. Wipe that up. And so far, this pot is okay. You know what I'm saying? I just have to get used to regulating the heat. Just like some of you need to get used to thinking about cultivating an in-like relationship with your partner. Or thinking about, and like I said, for those people who don't currently have a partner, look at all of the lessons that you will have in your pocket when that person comes along. Hey, we are so unprepared for so many things. We have children, there's no rule book. Then we turn 18, they expect us to act like we know what life is about, just because it's a number. Somebody got to tell you something, okay? Hey, I ain't going to tell you everything going to work, but you know what? At least you have some type of roadmap, and like I said, if I can prevent you, and it doesn't have to be a young person, anybody. If I can prevent you from having to take some of the dynamics or take some of the dips or whatever the case may be that I've had to go through. Hey, why not? Each one teach one, you know? So let me get this over here. And this is on a 3, and it's doing this little thing. And I'm covering it all the way because I want to steam those vegetables through, y'all. Okay, let me get this in the trash. And then I got some questions for y'all. I got some questions. I'm just curious. I am curious because I know some of the people in this chat. Okay, I know that they have some things to say. They're just sitting up here. Y'all wait until y'all get into my Patreon and I have a Zoom and I get to see your face. Oh, baby, it's gonna be on and popping. But then you can't hide. You can't run. You can't hide. You can't do any of that. Yes. Okay, that's when you become a grand. What are you talking about, both for the love? Okay, of course, my moderator has gone to try to shut up the alarm. So, I'm sitting over here. Y'all just writing. Okay, maybe Corey can take over and read. So I don't have to do that. Okay, so I do have some questions. So let's see. And I wrote them down because they were good questions. So I got a question, and y'all can put it in the chat. Okay, do you think it is possible to be in love with somebody and not be in like with them? Okay, nobody wants to type. Okay, but I saw the hearts. I got it. Okay, yes or no. So if you have a partner out there, or if you're looking for a partner, okay, is your partner gonna be so close to you that they are your closest friend? Are you going to try to cultivate that relationship? If you haven't already, are you open to broaching the subject? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when I say this stuff, be it in like, people are like, what in the world are you talking about? But it's such a thing. It is. And it's important. Okay, you have to ask yourself, do you enjoy spending time with your partner outside of, like I say, and being booed up? And if you're not booed up, do you feel like you're being left out? That's another thing. Okay, you don't always have to be doing that stuff. Okay, that does not negate that somebody cares about you. You need to know you are a me before you are a we. When you finish life, you will be a me again. 1 egg, not 2. Okay, so how about this one? Do your partner and you share the same interests? Now, that's not necessarily always the case. I'm gonna tell you, being on the same page as far as important issues is important, makes life easier, like finances and how you're going to raise your kids and things like that. Those are important things. Me having to sit up and watch Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday, Friday night football, basketball, baseball, that's not a deal breaker, because you know what? I will give him a snack. We got 2 big giant TVs. He can take one, and I'm on my computer. I can take the other one. And when he finishes, then we can meet and we can watch something I want to watch. So that's not something that, we even fight about. Do you? You have a right to have the things that you like. I have a right to have the things that I like, and I still love you, and I still like you. I like that you like what you like. You understand what I'm saying? So that's important. Okay. Do you feel comfortable really sharing your personal thoughts with this person? I don't mean the superficial stuff. I mean, whatever craziness you're thinking in your head. Okay. Do you feel comfortable sharing that with your partner? Or would you feel comfortable sharing that with your partner? You got to think about that. See, somebody who is for you, they're going to take the good, they're going to take the bad, they're going to take the ugly, they're going to take everything in between. There was a person in here last week, and she was called Avocado Queen. I loved her dynamic. She said she came into her relationship with some emotional baggage, and she revealed this to her now husband of 14 years. And he gave her the grace to get her life where it needs to be with his support, and they're still together. You can't be afraid to tell people the real deal, because hey, you need to keep it inside. It's going to manifest itself in a way that's probably going to be negative. You might as well go on and let them know. You know what I'm saying? And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. It's going to be what it is. Okay. And that's going to even bring you closer. A lot of times people think, if I tell this person, if you have a relationship where you think that this person is going to use what you say to them, your deepest emotions, against you in some way, do you really need to be with that person? Think about that. If you think you can't trust that person who you land next to every single night to keep your deepest emotions between the two of you, do you really need to be with that person? That's the question you want to ask, not whether or not you feel comfortable telling them your deepest thoughts. Okay. And do you and your partner have fun together? Fun is subjective. Okay. Fun don't mean you got to be going out to the club or going to the music park or going to the movies. Fun could be just sitting there looking at something funny on TV that you both want to see. Okay. Fun could be just listening to some music you like. Fun could be just laying in that bed when you both tired and say, amen, thank you, we can be in this bed and sleep. That's fun to me. Okay. Fun is when I don't have to work. How about that? That's fun. So, like I said, fun is subjective, but just doing those everyday things. It doesn't have to be something elaborate. You know what I'm saying? Let me check this. I'm going to stir it and see where we at with our vegetables. Okay, so now I know that when this is going, y'all, that it does not, the handle doesn't get hot. That is so cool. That is really good. Okay, and yeah, this is making more juice. Okay, so it's cooking, it's sweating my vegetables, which is good. And I will probably have to put some more cream in this thing because it's making some more juice. And I don't want it to be loose. I want it to be thick and rich and delicioso. How about that? So I'm looking maybe about another 2 minutes. And I will put some cream in there to help thicken it up. But in the meantime, guess who's going to drink some of this? Me. Yes. So that's pretty much the deal. These are dynamics that happen in every relationship, whether you realize it or not. Being in tune to it is what's important. Like I said, I'm not no psychiatrist. I am not any marriage counselor or anything like that. I'm a person who has lived this life. And I am telling you, there are certain fundamental things that you need to have longevity in a relationship. If you put some of these things in place in the beginning of, and I don't care how old you are, if you're 62 and you're trying to pursue a relationship, a partnership, companionship, whatever, you need to understand that you just can't be present physically. Okay. You have to be present from your very soul. Okay. Because if you're not going to get what you want out of it. And if you ain't getting what you want out of it, why bother? You know what I'm saying? Why bother? It's an exercise in futility. I'm too tired and too old to have to play. Games are for children. And that's why they go do them. Okay. If you are of a certain age and you still playing them games, there's a problem. If you don't have the dynamic that you want in a relationship, as I say, if you keep repeating the same process over and over again, it's time for you to check yourself. Okay. For anyone younger who's embarking upon that, like I said last week, there are no guarantees. It's just like when you go get a job today, ain't nobody gonna tell you you're gonna retire from there, but that doesn't stop you from pursuing it, does it? You do what you can do to stay in that position if that's what you want to do. So you're constantly tweaking yourself. You're constantly putting forth certain effort so you can shine, so you can stay in that dynamic. It's the same thing with a relationship. Why is that so hard for people to understand? Why do you think that one pair of shoes that you don't wear forever are never going to get raggedy? They won't if you take care of them. If you abide by the manufacturer's guidelines, they will probably last a long, long time. But if you abuse them and wear them out and don't treat them well, you're not going to wear them long. And guess what? They don't sell them anymore. So take my advice. Make that person, whoever that person is, now, in the future, in the past, if you're still together and you don't have the dynamic, work on the dynamic, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, love is wonderful, but you need to like that person for real, for real. You really do. Let me go over here, check this stuff. Picking it up. I may have to use another one of my little milk concoctions, my cream concoctions. And yeah, we'll be almost ready. Okay, because this is going pretty fast. Yep, and my herbs have wilted, which is great. And it smells really good and yummy. And I'm going to take these herbs out because they are wilted. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they wilted all off of here. Let me get these out of here. And the parts that I need in here are here. That's so nice. I'm going to look forward to this. Get all of them out. Although they're not going to hurt you if you eat it, but you know, hey. I'm all about presentation, y'all. Okay, there you go. Because I've gotten like oxtails from like a Jamaican restaurant. And I was wondering what all those sticks and things were. And what it is the herbs that they put in there and they don't dig them out. Okay, so, yep. I'm going to make another little flour thing so I can thicken this up. And then we'll be ready to plate this puppy up. Yes, we will. Okay, let me turn you down because you're going like way too fast. So let me wash this out. And like I said, so this is a tablespoonful of flour. That was a 1/4 cup of the milk. You're going to adjust accordingly, you know what I'm saying, to get the product that you want. Or you can do the hard way, and you can just make a straight up roux in the skillet with some of the liquid from the chicken that's cooked. You know, either way, you know, for me, it's like, hey, I don't feel like doing all that stirring. I'll be totally honest. So I'm going to do it the easy way for me. But there's always your way. So let me get this. I'm going to do it one more time. Get my cream in. And get my flour. Just like that. Get my tablespoonful. And stir it all together. Just like that. And this one was good because this one didn't make any a whole lot of lumps. So this is good. And get it all thickened up just like that. So we can get it over here and stick it in our little yummy mixture here of our chicken and our lovely gravy. And then we're going to get a plate and we're going to eat. How about that? And I'm going to call my best friend down so he can be fed. How about that? There you go. Yeah. Get all the little lumpies out there. And get it in here. All righty now. I'm going to put all of this in here. It just looks like I swear it looks like I'm about to make a dumpling. It really does. If it turns out to be a dumpling, I'm going to eat it. How about that? And I can eat it, y'all, because guess why? It's keto flour. Can we all say keto flour? Keto flour.
Keto.
Yes, we can say keto flour. Look at that bay leaf out of there. Okay, not bay leaf. What I'm saying, a sage leaf. Okay, yeah. Now see, that's what I'm talking about. All right. There you go. This is gonna be so yummy and flavorful. Yes. Let me get the rest of it in here. Get it all in there, just like that. And I think I'm gonna try my hand at some keto chicken and dumplings. What y'all think?
That sounds good.
I'm gonna try my hand at some keto chicken and dumplings, because that right there seasoned that up what I just did, and it makes some nice dumplings. It really would. I'm thinking that would be a good thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Not the people in the house, because the people in the house can really taste this stuff, so they already know that it's going to be some good eating, y'all.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to tell you like this. I have been trying to eat clean, right, since the 2nd of January, and I've been doing pretty good. You know what? And I don't feel like I missed anything. It must be working. We'll see. But not to worry. I'm going to have all the fat back and hog maws y'all want, if that's what you want. But I'm also going to have the healthy version for those people who want that too. How about that? So whenever I feel like I want to slide to the other side, I'm going to be able to do that. Now I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to let y'all see this. This is beautiful. I'm going to let you see what this has turned into, okay? Let me see. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Let it roll around your mouth. How about that? With the knowledge that ain't gonna hurt nobody to eat this stuff. That's right. So, okay, so we're gonna get ready to plate this puppy up. Because it's ready. It's ready. Yes, it is. With all that yummy stuff. yummy stuff, right? Okay, so it's slowly just cooking and it's nice and thick. All right, and I got that there and got my spoon. So I'm going to put the top on here and tint it while I go over here and we get these plates ready. But let me clean up some of this mess first. And I hope, like I said, you guys will think about what I said. Take it into consideration. You know, let it marinate. Let it marinate in your mind. You know, some will agree, some will disagree. But at the end of the day, all I got is my credentials as a veteran in this here thing. Okay? In this war, in this victory, in this thing we call a relationship. So, hey, I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm gonna get my refrigerated things back in the refrigerator, and then guess who's gonna clean the rest? Yeah. Everyone should have a beautiful assistant.
Yay.
Oh, listen. Hey, we gotta have these kids for some reason. They got serve some purpose, y'all. I'm just saying. But I said you need to get yourself some of this. Try our Amazon. It is about $8, but this stuff like lasts forever, ever. Especially when you're doing a keto thing, because you don't do a whole lot of this. But I'm gonna tell you, when you want to fry or do something that requires flour, this is your ticket. Get that back in there. Get me some plates, y'all. Okay. Over there. And plate it up. dry it off and plate it up. All righty. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, so let me look. Give everybody a little bit of this rice. Put it in here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Just a second. I am going to really make it pretty. Just a moment. If I did too much. Get this all cleaned out. And use a spoon because I need to be getting this out of here. Okay, so let me get that out of here. And get that all mixed up. And we're going to get on the plate. So you could be calling my friend.
Okay.
And just get it all on here. Just like that.
Where's my drink?
And y'all can do y'all thing. Try to make it nice and neat. Just like that. Okay. Like I said, I'm not having any rice. I'm not really hungry right now because I've drank that stuff,
Same.
you know. But I know everybody else is. So, well, I'll just give you a little taste. I know that you drank all that drink and now
I'm full.
you're full, but I'll give you a spoonful. Okay. And see, this is the rice that I was telling y'all about. So, I'll hook up Corey and my hubby. Okay, so got that in here. That'll go over here. Now, I think I'm going to use my ladle. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Get my ladle. There you go. Put you over here. Ladle, y'all. Ladle. I'm going to put Corey's on first because my husband has to make his grand entrance, you know. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, look at that. You're going to like this. Are you hungry?
You know what? I really am.
See, he's hungry. See, I love Corey because he always hungry. He ready for a good meal and appreciative. That's what I like. You got some folks always got a complaint, you know. They're going to remain nameless. Them upstairs, them little chillins. So I got to make a whole nother dynamic for them. So let's just try to get that on there nice like that. Not make
That
too
looks
much of a
and
mess.
smells good.
Too much of a mess. Need some of that good gravy. That nice keto gravy. That's what we're going to do. And then, of course, we're going to give you a little garnish. Is he coming?
Yeah, he's on his way now.
All that nice butter and good stuff and goodness. All that lovely goodness. Let me get a little bit of garnish. Okay, so we can show the peoples. Okay, I wish I knew what my big thing. Corey, can you come here and see if you see my big thing of paprika? Not paprika. The parsley is a big one because it has bigger holes. Yeah, there you go. Because that. Get yourself a fork.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, oh, that's. I had a little bit on my finger, y'all. Yep, that hits the spot. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all see. Okay, I want you to see this. Okay, if y'all can you see? Okay, what do you think of that? Let me know.
Nice.
What do y'all think about that? Okay, give me some love if you like it. Okay, Corey, all yours, buddy.
Oh, no wonder Bunker just popped in. They said yum.
Yum. Yes, it's delicious. Watch the rewatch. You don't want to miss this meal. Trust me. Okay.
They said I'm doing a use what you have challenge. Even made my own cream.
Good job. I am proud of
Yeah, good job.
you. Okay. Are you hungry,
Who, me?
Dwayne?
No.
Yes, you are.
Oh my Lord. Yes.
Okay.
That's too much.
I guess you can. I'll share with you. Okay, try it.
I've been off for like 15 years, so all of a sudden you go off.
Exactly. What was that about?
I don't know.
Was it a bug or something,
I
or?
don't know.
Honestly,
Miss Deborah.
what we were.
Huh?
It was Miss Deborah. She was.
It was Miss Deborah. That's what.
She was trying to get houses and get some
Yeah,
of this chicken.
taste it.
I'm going to tell them, can't figure why I still got my old telephone number. Even though they try to update it, it's still giving them the same old
Phone
telephone.
number,
So
yeah.
something must be wrong.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I tell you, we ain't got no secrets up here. They didn't tell anything. No. Just lying, just tell. You come back here, Corey. He ain't say nothing to them. He just done walked away.
Oh, it's very good.
Okay. So you give good reviews.
The meat is really tender. Did you have to
I put a little bit of meat tenderizer on it, but remember, guys, I got this chicken for $9.99. I got 12 whole chicken breasts.
For $9.99.
For $9.99. Can you believe that? I will buy this again when I'm making stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it flavorful?
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Very flavorful.
Okay. Okay.
Very flavorful.
They sitting up here eating and not talking, and Corey ain't said
The
nothing.
gravy is awesome. And I see Deborah Huckabee said, hey.
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 It's good. It's really
It's
good.
delicious,
And I'm
baby.
surprised that the gravy is so thick.
And the gravy is nice and thick. See, people think when you're eating healthy, you can't have this savory, delicious dynamic. That gravy is kissing. It's kissing every piece of that rice, y'all. Okay. So, there you got it.
That was tasty.
You're going to have this lovely, lovely meal. Yes, you are. And then you're going to go in there, march right up to that person that you love. And listen, you know what? This is why I would tell you, I have to like this man. He's a nut bucket. Anyway, you got to go right up to that person that you love, or think about the dynamic that you want in the future, okay? And you're going to make sure that you figure out a way to like this person. If you're going into something new, make sure the dynamics are there. And you, too, can have a nut bucket for 40 some odd years. You sure could.
Oh, that's before me
So,
now?
yeah,
Nut bucket?
nut bucket.
Nut
Anyway,
bucket.
hey, y'all, if you like this live, you know what you got to do. Hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Share this, y'all. Okay. I need for people to hear what I'm talking about for real. And put your notifications on. If not for just me. I know you got a million notifications. Label mine because I got a lot of stuff coming up for y'all. There's a whole lot of stuff up in here. And I am giving it all to you. For real, for real. So, until next time, y'all know what I wish you. I wish you love, peace, and wonderful relationships. I want you to find your rhythm, and I need you to dance. See you next week. For real, for real. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mm.